Hey there, I'm Rochelle from thephotographersociety.com and welcome to this week's episode. So this week we're going to talk about how to charge for your photography sessions. So many of us get stuck on how we should start charging, and you might be, you've looked at other photography websites and trying to figure out if that's a right or wrong way. Well, there is no right and wrong way. It really depends on your individual business. So that's what we're going to talk about, and I'll give you some tips on how to do that and what to consider in this week's episode. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing is you want to consider what your yearly or monthly income is. So you want to think about what you want to earn either monthly, if you want to start tracking by month, or the overall year and then break it down to 12 months. But you want to think about that figure. So in order, once you get and do the maths, you need to know per week how much you need to earn, and then how many clients you need, and per client what's the minimum amount you need to make. So we don't want to think about the highest amount, we want to think about the minimum amount, package or sale you need to be making per client, in order to reach that monthly goal and that yearly goal. Second thing you want to think about, do you want to charge a session fee or you don't want to charge a session fee? Now, there is no right or wrong answer. Don't think that just because that photographer is charging a session fee that you should be charging that as well. I highly suggest is you could do it both ways, and by that I mean I've tried it before where I incorporate that session fee into my packages, and I've also done it the other way where I've told my client an upfront session fee needs to be paid. But both ways, you can do it both ways, because anyway, when I get a booking, I always ask for a deposit, and that secures their session. And if they decide they don't want to book, they won't get that refund as, the retainer back anyway. So that's pretty much considered as a session fee. But I don't tell them that, because I found with my business that when I mention it's a session fee, people sort of get turned off in some sort of way. So I've decided to incorporate that into my sale, into my package, and always ask for, a session deposit upfront just to secure their session. So you can go both ways. There really is no right or wrong answer. The third thing is, don't be afraid to put a price tag on your session fee, on your packages, even if you go by an hourly rate. Think about if you did go by an hourly rate, you're a newborn photographer, say like me, and you spend 3 hours in the studio with your clients, then in a viewing session with your clients, then editing and all that sort of stuff. I should say editing, then viewing session. So think about the overall hours. How many hours on average would you work? What would you rate your hourly rate? So think about things like that. If say your hourly rate is $50 or $100 or $200, how are you going to actually package that or incorporate it in your end sale so you can make that sale just as if you were charging an hourly rate? So that's one way to think about it when you want to put a price tag on your sessions and your packages. But remember, do not be afraid to put a price tag on there. Remember, you're delivering some images to your images, you're delivering a product in return. So a lot of photographers get scared and underestimate their value, and I don't want you to do that when you're putting your prices and your packages up and getting them all ready for your clients to see. The fourth thing is, ask your audience what they see reasonable. So ask them by surveying them. So now this is a great thing to do, because if you're completely stuck and you don't know what to do, who is more better to ask than your audience? By audience, I mean people on your social media, people that have already booked you in, people, just people what they see reasonable. And it's really important on the specific questions you ask them. You can't just ask them, what would you pay a photographer? Or how much would you pay for a session if you're a newborn photographer? You might ask them, how much would you pay for a newborn session? That's not the way to ask them. You want to ask them, give them multiple choice questions and ask them, between, what do you find reasonable? Between 500 and 1,000, 2,000 and 3,000. So give them multiple choice questions, and then on average work out what people, see reasonable. Now, I did this in my own business. I always, when I started, I started to tell myself, people aren't going to pay me nothing higher than 500. But boy, was I wrong, because when I did that survey and got the feedback back, I was actually surprised to see that 80% of people are happy to pay over $2,000 for a session on products and services. And that went from 2,000 to 5,000. So I was really surprised to see, and I thought, I need to attract more of those clients. So I figured out where I actually surveyed these clients and who they were, and I started, attracting more clients like that. I started marketing in those certain places as well. So once you survey, from a survey in overall, you can figure out so many things that you need to know for your business in order to either price your packages or your services, or maybe even how or what to include in your packages and services. You might think that people love wall art, but they actually don't. They probably prefer just prints. So asking questions in a survey is so important, because it doesn't only let you understand what your clients want, but it actually helps you set up your business overall. So hopefully these 4 things helped you understand some ways of how you can, package and price your sessions, because there is no right way. It's just a matter of, understanding what your clients need and what suits you in your business, and how much you want to make, money as a business overall, whether it be monthly, weekly, yearly, whatever it is. So I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, leave me a comment below and let me know, how did you come about to actually price your packages or your sessions overall, and how do you do it? So I'd love to know in the comments below. Again, if you're listening to this on the podcast, head to the blog and leave me a comment there. So guys, I'll see you in next week's episode. Until then, take care. Hey, it's me again. I wanted to let you know about a free training that I created for you if you're stuck on how to turn your inquiries into bookings nearly every single time, because I've discovered these 3 things that I need in place in my own photography business, and when I've put them in place, they've started to work. So I want to share them with you in this free training. All you have to do is go to thephotographersociety.com/training and enter your name and details, and you will be emailed that training right into your inbox, plus all the other details that you need along with that. But it's a free training, and I'm going to take you and discuss with you 3 things that you need in place inside your photography business, and one particular strategy that's going to turn every inquiry, if not right away after they've inquired, into a booking and build a relationship with your clients. Then you're going to love this training. It's absolutely free, as I said. So go to thephotographersociety.com/training, or if there's a link somewhere around this video, click there and it will take you right there, and you can enter your name and details and get access immediately. So it's no automated webinar. It's nothing. You get it straight away right into your inbox. So go there and check it out.